Finally, the first day of the trip where all my blood sugars are under 200. Hi, I'm Jeremy. Thanks for watching. We've really enjoyed our time here in Riga, but it's time to move on to a place called Daugavpils in southern Latvia. It's Latvia's second biggest city, and it's got a fantastic name, Daugavpils. Daugavpils. Who names a town Daugavpils? That's great. I woke up to find that I had taken one too many units of Humalog last night. My blood sugar was 64. But no matter. We had a breakfast, checked out, and walked to the bus station. We had some time to kill before the bus left, so we walked around this old market right outside of Riga station. It was really cool, especially in the very cold morning sun. There were these big pomegranates. There were these cool Russian-looking furry hats. I probably should have bought one of those. Opportunity wasted. By the way, here's something for you travel lovers out there. Look at this map that was in Riga bus station. Look at all these places you can go. Little towns in Belarus and Ukraine, you just buy a bus ticket there and you go there. Does this kind of thing fill your heart with a calling to go? Then you're my kind of person. By the way, notice how all the town names are in Latvian, like this is Chernobyl, but the country names are in English. Hey, why not? I bought some water for the trip, kind of a fun atmosphere on the bus platform, I thought, and me and Maceo got on the bus. We had to sit across the aisle from each other, but it was a nice ride. It's about 4 hours, and the whole way we followed the Daugava River, which we could usually see from the window. But the main star of this bus ride was this guy who was talking. Just kind of a low rumble, and every few minutes the woman beside him would kind of say something in agreement, And I noticed after about half an hour that these two people aren't together. This poor woman is having to listen to this guy who's just talking into the air in front of him, and she's just kind of trying to placate him or something. He didn't seem angry or anything, he was just kind of rambling. And eventually other people on the bus started turning their heads to get a look at him, trying to see what was happening. People were kind of snickering and trying to stifle their laughter. I had no idea what he was saying, and I'm not sure he did. Finally, at one stop, he got off the bus, and the lady beside me, who had been stifling her laughter, finally let it out. And I asked her, what was he talking about? And she understood my question, but she didn't have enough English to explain it to me. I guess I'll never know. But the bus continued down the road, and me and Maceo were sitting together by now. And we seemed to be following not only the river, but the moon the whole time. Every time we looked out the window, there was the moon kind of pulling us on, as if guiding the way towards Daugavpils for us. At one station, I had to jump off and run into this little store real quick and buy some lunch. I had to make very snap decisions, so I bought sandwiches and chips and cookies. Classic. My blood sugar was 183. Not fantastic, but under 200. Now, how do you define how delicious potato chips are? Here's how I do it. You have to count the languages on the packaging. These chips were the most delicious I've ever had. Russian, Ukrainian, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Latvian, Uzbek, Tajik, and Moldovan. So we ate our tasty little meal on the bus, and with the sun shining in our faces, we continued down the road and finally arrived in Daugavpils. Now remember, we have no phone or anything on this trip, so I had to remember how to walk from the bus station to the hotel that I'd booked on booking.com last night. We started walking and we ended up immediately in a neighborhood that didn't seem right. I actually had to stop, get my laptop out of my bag, and check the map graphic that I had on my screen from Google Maps the night before. It seemed like we were going in the right direction, but we weren't in the right place. It was very strange. Turns out that Google Maps is way wrong about the location of the bus station in Daugavpils. Spoiler alert, this is going to be the first of many problems that Google Maps gives us on this trip. It's really more of a hindrance than a help. Where's the bus station? I don't know, is it over here? How can you be so helpful and so unhelpful? Oh! Eventually we got smart and started following the moon. That led us right to Hotel Biplan, which is this great little plane-themed place. And we checked in and the guy was extremely nice to us. He kept telling us that if we needed anything, please ask him, and he recommended a place for dinner. My blood sugar in the room was 196. I know it's not a great reading, but it's under 200. I'm taking it. It was dark when we set out for dinner. We went to the place the guy recommended to us. And the streets of Daugavpils are very, very quiet at night. and we saw this interesting merging of Latvian serenity and this kind of Soviet imperiousness in the buildings. Hardly anybody else was out, but we found a restaurant which is called Gubernators. No, not governators, Gubernators. I liked it right away. The entrance was just like Café Sten Sture in Stockholm. Inside there were crazy decorations, a lot of wooden and metal implements, these old black and white photographs, flags, weird old relics, and of course, animal heads. I had stuffed cabbage with a bunch of rice, and we had all the free bread we could stand. Good luck figuring out this humalog shot, Jeremy. Anyway, it was great, and we walked back towards the hotel. There were even fewer people out, and it was even quieter now, and we found this really weird store on the way back. It seemed to be some kind of a grocery store. There were several windows, but every window had these big pictures of food in them, so you couldn't actually see inside. And there were no clear glass doors where you can come and go easily. There were these gigantic, dark, closed wooden doors. Is it a store? Is it open? We gingerly opened one of the doors and it was just a regular shop inside. But it was like they didn't want anybody to know they were a shop. Anyway, we bought some water and went back to the hotel. Before bed, my blood sugar was 152. I win for one day only, kind of. Good thing and a bad thing about today. The good thing is the Gubernators. I really liked that place. The bad thing is my day pack, where I keep my insulin and my low blood sugar snacks and stuff, is breaking. The straps are breaking. They had bags in the market in Riga this morning, but I didn't like any of them. Diabetes thoughts for today. My average blood sugar today was much better, 149. Not perfect, but way better than it's been. Even that huge dinner didn't throw me off. I like to think it's because I'm having smarter humalog doses, and also I'm not dripping my insulin when I inject so much. Well, the bad spell from the last 2 or 3 days seems to be broken for me and Maceo. Tomorrow we're going to walk around this weird, creepy old Russian fortress. And I will prove that it's possible to have a very bad blood sugar reading and not be that upset by it.